Will you use the ultimate legend? I get it! Alright. I emailed ZD the other day. I asked them if they wanted to fool around. They said sure, sent out their Ultimate Legend and Super Legend Excellence controllers. Fuck these names. Not that ZD sending these out has any sway over my opinion, there's still plenty to bitch about. Like these names. And what the shit is going on with my sticks. But those comments I got endlessly were right. There's a lot to love, especially for $70 and $100. Hot swap TMR sticks, 4 and 6 additional buttons, 100 million click ABXY buttons, for the Ultimate specifically, but for both of them, 8K polling rates wired on PC. And there's wireless for when you want to chill out, stop pegging other players. Both controllers have an interesting feature set for the money, so it should make for an interesting battle when I compare all of the 8K controllers on the market soon. When I shift into maximum overdrive. You didn't know it, but you just found the fucking king of controllers. And today we're digging to China, all the way to China, in search of gold. And of course, on the way, my sticks died. Today's gonna be fun. Like if you like it, sub if you... Shit. It's fucking dirty, but subscribe and let's do it. I forgot about the sponsor. No, I didn't, because this video is sponsored by PCBWay, the absolute gods who helped put together my glorious Marius board. They offer some of the most affordable, high-quality PCB manufacturing services around, alongside CNC machining and 3D printing, so you could slice together just about any project you're looking to build. I have a MacBook coming in today. I may have them build me some, shall we say, interesting cooling mods. With PCBWay services, you too can think that you are better than Apple's engineers. As long as you can think it, PCBWay can make it, so be sure to hit the link in the description if you're interested, and thank you so much to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. China makes some of the best value per dollar controllers in the known solar galaxy. American controllers with similar features cost between 50 and 100% more, so what gives? Well, the hardware. The ZD Ultimate Mega Ultra Jizz comes with RJ. I saw an RS6 today, it was cool. It was a Google car, I think. No, RJ13 hot swappable TMR sticks. Whereas the Super Legend comes with soldered JS13 Pros. These feature a resolution of 489, a bitrate of 9.7, and 41% tremor or sensor noise. Why no testing for the Ultimate Legend? Take a wild fucking guess. We will get there in a minute. The Ultimate Legend has 8 additional buttons, and just like the Vader 5 Pro, 2 of them make little sense. The Super Legend has the 4-button G7 Pro configuration of 2 up front and 2 on bottom, all featuring 5 million click switches. Both feature adjustable clicky triggers, clicky bumpers, and clicky front buttons. Not to mention the sickiest, clickiest set of face buttons I've felt in a long time. The D-pad shape makes accidental diagonal presses very rare. And the ABXY buttons are short and stable on both devices, despite the discrepancy in how many clicks they're rated for. The controllers are a dream for the money. Well, mostly. The 2 rear buttons on the center underside of the Ultimate Legend are ass and cannot be removed. Even when I try not using them, they will not get the hell out of my way. After nearly a decade of Pro controllers passing through my hands and really just kind of arguing that if you didn't like the rear buttons, you just don't use them, I have finally found a Pro controller where I wish they would let me take these goddamn buttons off. The Super Legend doesn't have these middle buttons. By extension, it makes for a much simpler gaming experience. So I went to get a shot with the Super Legend Excellence. I wiped it off with the microfiber, and the fucking logo just peeled right off. This is the... oh my god, I can't even... Jesus, dude. I usually advocate for the 4 rear button gang. Not this time. This can go to hell. Up front, everything on both controllers is clicky, which is rare. Clicky bumpers aren't attempted often, probably because they break, but they've made an appearance here. The fluffy ass actuation is still very much a problem, even with clicky switches. It's not so much a problem with the additional front buttons or the clicky triggers though. Those are short and sweet, just as they should be, although the mechanism on the Ultimate Legend for swapping the triggers from analog to clicky is so insanely cheap, I'm certain people have broken it. Anyways, both controllers' ergonomics are very Switch-like and small and compact, so everything's nice and close together, very easy to use. You know what sucks to use though? Gyro. At least it sucks on this controller, both of these controllers. It's best described with this image of my AimLabs performance. Sit with that shit for a second. There aren't many gyro settings available in the app, so there's really no way to fix this. But there are quite a few other settings in the app with more features. Like, for instance, when I open up joystick settings on the Super Legend, the app is fucked and needs to be restarted because it's retarded. There's other things in here that work, though. The full button remapping for the entire controller, sometimes when it wants to. And lighting settings that I also couldn't get to work. But at the very least, the trigger settings work, right? Alright, let's skip to the good shit. That report rate, which can be adjusted to be 8K wired on PC for both controllers, and you would never guess, but the Super Legend Excellence actually beats the Ultimate Legend, which is an ultimate loser. If you're curious about details, jitter, polling rates during these response time tests, you can check out the Keypad website at the link in the description. No Bluetooth testing? Well, the P82 device used to test these controllers really did not like them wireless, and the Bluetooth didn't really work at all. But 2.4 gigahertz is usually faster than Bluetooth anyways, and it's not like they performed well on 2.4 gigahertz anyways, so... Wired though, Super Legend, super up there. However, this video on Chinese controllers would not be proper if one good thing was not immediately followed by disaster. I did a firmware update on the Ultimate Legend, did response time testing, set the controller to the side, and let it sit for a day. After plugging it in the following day, both of the thumbsticks were inverted, and both of their inputs were also inverted. Firmware rollback, recalibration, I tried swapping the sticks. I even got the software to work so I could adjust the settings to invert all the axes manually. Even that didn't work. When I tried the firmware downgrade, it just had endless disconnects and had this weird ass pop-up. The controller's dead. This shit is a
2-pack of ass.
And I'm not the only one. So many people have reported issues with the Ultimate Legend that they made a revised model. And there's still problems. They said they fixed the sticks, yet here I am with 2 mentally unstable thumbsticks. I was literally in the process of testing out 3 completely different swappable module TMR thumbsticks, and you ruined it. The Ultimate Legend and Super Legend Excellence perfectly represent the Chinese controller market, a budget god and a slightly more expensive budget god that immediately broke its back. With cheap controllers from companies like EasySMX and ZD, sometimes you get a great deal, sometimes you get a bad deal, sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. ZD has had a lot of controversy online. Their controllers are, generally speaking, pretty problematic. So for those asking me about the Ultimate Legend, if you're dead set on a ZD controller, just get the Super Legend. Oh, the Super Legend Excellence can't swap its sticks out. The sticks swapping out don't matter if the problem with the sticks is the fucking firmware, not the hardware. A problem with the sticks doesn't matter if your ABXY buttons rated for 100 million clicks start mysteriously double clicking, which has happened. The only swappable module controller that's even kinda decent is the DualSense Edge, and that shit stinks. Look, I know this isn't my normal video. It's not as detailed. The Ultimate Legend comes with a bunch of accessories and there's more to the app than I let on. But I couldn't complete stick testing due to dead sticks. And after the sticks died, this video became something completely different. A bit of a commentary, a bit of a review. People say that like Chinese products are cheap because they're shit. When it comes to car parts, yes. When it comes to controllers though, are the Chinese really any worse than like a Razer or a Thrustmaster, you know, the American companies? I suppose younger me was somewhat onto something. All controllers are kind of shit, but some are shittier than others. And if you, for God knows whatever reason, have been convinced by this video to buy either of these controllers, there will be links for just the Super Legend Excellence in the description. I'm not doing the Ultimate. And while you're down there, be sure to drop a comment and let me know what you'd like me to review next. A huge thanks to my patrons and channel members. You guys are the real legends, unlike ZD's controllers. If you would like to join the dark side with them, you can get early access, shout outs, behind the scenes shit, and patrons get a live stream every month. I have to go. My MacBook, my muckbook, is arriving soon. I'm so insanely gay for owning one of these. Oh, don't say gay. It's 2028 or whatever year it is. Shut up.